Night in Borno carries a certain silence. It is the kind of silence that warns you before it betrays you. On Friday, November 14th, Brigadier General M. Uba led his men through that silence on a late patrol near Wajiroko. Hours later, gunfire tore the night open. By morning, Nigeria would wake to two stories, one from the Nigerian Army, one from the Islamic State West Africa province. Both claiming the truth. On Monday, militants from the Islamic State West Africa province released a statement through Al-Amaq, their media channel. They announced that they had captured and executed a Nigerian brigadier general during that Friday patrol. The message was cold. The images were clear. The implication was devastating. But 2 days earlier, on Saturday, Nigeria's army had said the opposite. Their message insisted the claim was false. Their statement called the report a fake narrative. They instructed the public to ignore every post suggesting the general had been taken. ISWAP replied by calling the denial an outright lie. It was no longer a battle of bullets. It was now a battle of truth. To understand how this story unfolded, you have to return to those first moments after the ambush. The convoy had been surrounded from several angles. 2 soldiers fell instantly. 2 members of the civilian joint task force were killed. In the confusion, the general became separated from the rest of the team. Somewhere inside the dark cover of Sambisa forest, he found temporary shelter and reached for the only tool he had left. He pulled out his phone. According to military sources who spoke with Sahara reporters, General Uba sent his live coordinates through WhatsApp. He confirmed he was alive. He was waiting for extraction. His final message to his superiors said his battery was down to 31%. He would raise his peak cap once he saw the air component. The rescue teams moved. Helicopters were launched. Ground troops advanced toward the coordinates. But when they finally reached the point he shared, the general was gone. By Monday, ISWAP published the photos, the uniform, the leg wound, the ground he sat on, the execution. And while the army insisted he had not been captured, the evidence told a different story. This is where the investigation begins, because the heart of this tragedy lies in one question that refuses to go away. How did ISWAP reach him before the rescue team? 3 possibilities stand out, and each one shows a different layer of a system under strain. The first possibility is signal detection. ISWAP is not the same fractured group it once was. Their fighters now use basic signal tracking tools that detect active phones in remote terrain. Every call from the general, every data ping, every attempt to share his location may have created a digital trail pointing directly to him. Inside Sambisa, a phone becomes a beacon. The second possibility is the leak. Within hours of the ambush, screenshots of the general's messages appeared across social media. His coordinates, his battery level, his final message. Someone with access had taken these details and released them. If Nigerian social platforms had the information, ISWAP certainly saw it too. A viral post showing an officer alone, stranded, low on battery, waiting for rescue is all a militant search team needs to intensify its hunt. The third possibility is the one people whisper about: insider information. Nigeria's de-radicalization program has reintegrated thousands of former militants. Many live in communities tied to military operations. Some even hold security-related roles. It only takes one compromised individual to pass hints about timing, movement, or extraction patterns. The most likely explanation is a mix of all three. Signal detection leading them in the right direction, leaked messages giving precise coordinates, insider whispers narrowing the window of time. ISWAP did not stumble on the general. They found him because the system guiding him failed, and that system has been under pressure for years. According to Associated Press reports, ISWAP has overrun Nigerian military positions at least 15 times this year alone. Gajibo, Bunigari, Mate, Izge, Ran, Malam Fatori, Goniri, Wajiroko, Monguno. The list grows month by month. Their pattern is familiar. Night assaults, fast strikes, weapons seized, vehicles taken, and a retreat back into forest cover. The group thrives because it understands the weaknesses in the military's communication structure. It also understands the gap in response times, the shortage of air support, and the political friction between what leaders announce and what soldiers face on the ground. The second Boko Haram faction, known as JAS, targets civilians for kidnapping, robbery, and ransom. ISWAP, on the other hand, directs most of its effort at the Nigerian military. Their goal is to spread fear inside the ranks. Their strategy relies on precision and timing. That is why the killing of a brigadier general is more than symbolic. It is a message. It is a reminder that the conflict is far from over. Wasim Nasser, a Sahel specialist with the Soufan Center, told the Associated Press that the killing of the general is a harsh signal that the war is still very active. The Nigerian military continues to pour resources into a conflict that refuses to end. And civilians continue to absorb the consequences: misidentified airstrikes, wrong targets, collateral casualties, villages caught in the crossfire between declarations of victory and the reality on the ground. So what does this story ultimately show? It shows a soldier who followed protocol. It shows a rescue mission that came too late. It shows militants who used every advantage they had. And it shows a government struggling to control the narrative while losing control of the field. The question now is no longer about whether the general was taken. That part is clear. The true question is what happens next, because unless these structural failures are confronted honestly, this cycle will repeat. And families across Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa will continue living inside a war that officials keep insisting is almost over. This is ATN 360. We follow the facts even when they challenge the official line. Share your thoughts in the comments. If you live in the Northeast, your voice matters. You know this story better than anyone because you are living it. May Brigadier General M. Uba rest in peace. May Nigeria find the courage to face the truth his death has revealed.